Hi there. Welcome to a series of videos called English for Emerson. Usually we teach English on this channel, but lately I've taken up a little bit of music as well. I am not a musician, terrible guitar player, but I've learned a little bit about the guitar and I want to share it with my son Emerson. And if somebody else can benefit from this, great. Last time we worked on something called the 12-bar blues and a basic chord progression, a 1-4-5 chord progression. I'll put up some stuff on the screen here to describe what I'm trying to say. Let's just say that for our lessons, we're going to stick with the 1-4-5 chord progression in the key of A. My A is going to be my index finger placed on the 2nd fret, the 3rd string down from the top, and I play the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string, just kind of thumping it. That's our A chord. And for all you experts in guitar out there, go to a different channel. Go to a different channel, because this is just barnyard rock and roll, okay? I know I'm not doing a lot of things just perfect. I'm well aware of that. Perfection has never been an issue for me. I don't even bother to try. So, we talked about how we did this chord progression. We start off with A, and then the 4 chord is going to be a D. If we start off with an A, B, C, D, well, A is a 1 and D is a 4. So we move our index finger down to the 4th string down from the top, 2nd fret, and then we put our middle finger on the 5th string down from the top on the 3rd fret. And then we play kind of more or less those same strings. The 2nd string down to the 5th string down, just kind of thumping. That's my D chord. So if I just do the 1-4, do you follow me? That's a 1-4. Now in music, the most basic chord progression and all simple music is a 1-4-5 chord progression, meaning whatever chord you start with is your 1. Well, the other chords in that progression are going to be the 4th one and the 5th one. Well, naturally, if I have my A is the 1, my D is the 4, well, what's the 5? It's going to be A, B, C, D, E. It's going to be my 5. Well, in this progression that I'm doing here, for now, I'm just going to move that index finger up to the 2nd string down from the top. And when I do these, I'm just barring everything else down, pushing all the strings down from the 2nd one down all the way down. I bar it. I'm not just pushing on that one string. I just lay my index finger on all of them, all the way down that fret, from the 2nd one down, all the way down. Okay, this is going to be my E. And with my thumb spitting here, I'm just kind of grazing that top string now. I wasn't playing it before on those other chords. Now I'm not really hitting it, but it's involved just a little bit, I guess. You know, it's kind of hard to say. I think I do thump that basically almost all of them now when I'm playing that. You know, the truth is I really don't know sometimes. It's not an exercise in perfection here. So I got a 1 is my A. I'm on the 3rd string down from the top and just barring everything else down. Then I'm going down to my 4. I move my index finger down 1 string, put my middle finger on the 3rd fret, 5th string down from the top. I don't even worry about the string that's all the way down in the bottom right now. I'm not even bothering to pluck it at all. Then my 5 chord is I'm moving that index finger up to the second string down from the top on the second fret again. I'm just laying in this same fret. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's my 1. The A. Back to the 1. That's my 5. Back to the 1. So I'm just doing a 1. 1. Let's do it one more time. 4, 1, 5, 1. A little bit loud here. Did you see what I did there? I'm reviewing a lot of the last lesson. I did the hammer on. When I start my whole sequence of, a lot of times I'll start open. Open means I'm not pressing on any strings. I'm just hitting them wide open, no fret. And then when I do that, I'm hammering down and making my bar chord for the 1 chord. So I start off open, and then I hammer down after I've strummed the strings. I don't know. Do you follow me? Okay, so that's we're using a 1-4-5 progression. You can do it in any order that you want. And that's what we learned about last time with the 12-bar blues, is there's they sequence the order so that everybody in the band knows what's going on. It's repetitive, and it just kind of becomes like you know what's coming in the 12-bar blues. I'll put up the chart of it like we did last time. That's a nice place to begin, because you go and give a band with a bunch of friends, everybody knows where the changes are. Do you follow me? A lot of songs in early rock and roll were done on these 1-4-5 chord progressions, because young guys forming a band didn't know a heck of a lot about music. It's easy to play a 3-chord song, you know what I'm saying, in a 1-4-5 progression. So what we're going to do right now is we're just going to do a little bit of a song called Blue Suede Shoes. This was back in the old time rock and roll days. Blue suede. Well, suede is a kind of leather that's kind of like it's not smooth. It's I don't even know how to describe suede. It's not smooth. It's not really rough. It's like almost like carpet, like kind of texture. Anyway, there was a guy that had some blue suede shoes. The blue leather shoes that were suede, kind of like a surface almost like carpet. And anyway, a rock and roll guy by the name of Carl Perkins went to the guy's house, and he told everybody, hey, whatever you do around here at this party, don't get anything on my new blue suede shoes. Well, Carl Perkins thought, absolutely, what a stupid thing to say. You can do anything you want around here, but don't you mess with my blue suede shoes. He wrote a song about it. Became very famous. So let's just do a couple bars of it. And it uses this 1-4-5 chord progression in the key of A. Well, it's a 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. off of my blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes, baby. Blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes. You can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. We got a 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm on the 1 chord, 1, 1. 4 chord, now I'm on the 4. Back to the 1 chord now. 5 chord up on the E. Back to the A. It's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 4, 4, 4. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Can't do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. Off of my blue suede shoes. You can do anything, lay off of my blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes, baby. Blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes, baby. Blue suede shoes. You can do anything, but lay off of my blue suede shoes. Do you follow me? All I got is 3 chords there, A, D, and E, in a 1, 4, 5 chord progression. In that particular song, it's going 1, 4, back to the 1, then up to the 5, then back to the 1. I'm going to write some of this stuff down on the screen so you can play along and, work along with it. Now, I think that you understand, I hope you understand, there's 3 basic chords here in this song, A, D, and E. And in basic rock and roll, country, and blues music, songs are generally based, not all the time, of course it gets more complex, but back in the old times, things were generally based on a 1, 4, 5 chord progression. A is the 1, D is the 4, E is the 5. Now you can change it up, and we talked about this in the last lesson. If I change my starting point from an A to, let's say, a C, well, then you have to count from starting at the C. C, D, E, F. Now the F is my 4. And the G would be my 5. So like a famous rock and roll song we talked about last time was, well, come on over, baby, whole lot. No, I didn't start. I'm in the wrong key. Well, come on over, baby, whole lot of shake going on. Well, come on over, baby, whole lot of shaking going on. Well, come on over, baby, whole lot of shaking going on. Come on over, baby, we got chicken in the barn. I said, come on over, baby, really got the bull by the horn. Come on over, baby, whole lot of shaking going on. So, I know I didn't do very good with that. I make a lot of mistakes when I play. We got a C, F, G chord progression. C is the 1. We go to the 4, that's an F, and we go to the 5, that's a G. It had the same thing, though, as that blue suede shoes. It was a 1, 4, 1, 5, and then back to the 1. I think that's how it went. Baby, whole lot of shaking going on. That's my 1. Come on over, baby, whole lot of shaking going on. Back to the 1. Hey, come on over, and then to the 5. That's right. 1, 4, 1, 5. Very common. And everybody in the band back in the old times, they didn't know much about music. They were young. It's easy to follow along with the changes. So it's not a 12-bar blues anymore. They made it even simpler. Just a 1, 4, 1, 5 progression. And then repeat. Okay. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the neck of the guitar and work this into this lesson. We kind of figured out we got some chords down here on this far end of the neck, but what the heck is going on up in here? How does all this work? And how does it play into what we're talking about? Well, that's what we're going to try to do today. Maybe it's too much information too soon, but I don't really care. Because it took me a long time to figure this out myself, not having a teacher really and not knowing anything about music. I'm gonna go ahead and just go there. So we had the A. Well, how did the rest of this stuff work? Well, here's how it goes. On the guitar neck, when you go from an A to a B, you step up to a full step is 2 frets. So to get from an A to a B, you do a full step. That means you got to move up 2 frets. So you start off here, you got to go 1, 2. Now for this, the purposes of this lesson, I'm just going to be playing 3 strings. The 3rd one down, 4th one down, 5th one down. I'm not going to touch anything else. That's a poor man's B right there, okay? It's good enough. We got A, B. Now in music, on the guitar, a C, I don't know why mathematically, but C is a half step up, meaning it's going to be 1 fret. So it's just going to be, I'm going to move it 1 this way. This is going to be a C now. Just these 3 strings. The 3rd one down, 4th one down, 5th one down. So I'm going A, B, C. Now my D in music and on the guitar, every time the D is going to be a full step up from a C. It's going to be 2 frets again. A full step is 2 frets. So I'm going here and then here. This is my D now. A, B, C, D. And E is another full step up from an E is a full step up from a D. So I got to go 2 more frets. 1, 2. A, B, C, D, E. And F is a half step up from an E. Just 1 fret. F and a G is a full step. I gotta go 2, 1, 2, G. And then I'm back to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. I'm back to A. I do another full step, 2 frets. 1, 2. So it's A down here. Another A, an A octave higher, all the way up here. Do you hear that it's an A still? It's just an octave higher. So that's how that whole thing works. You move up the fretboard in a kind of an order. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Do you follow me? I hope so. So in our chord progression, we can work in we don't have to just stay down here. Although you can, but you can work in other stuff. So it's like, well, it's a 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now, go cat go, but don't you stay off of my blue suede shoe. You see I moved up to the D, you can do anything. Now I'm in the E, blue suede shoe. You can crash my dog, crash my car, spit in my face, scatter my name all over the place. Do anything that you want to do. Honey, lay off of them shoes, but don't you stay off of my blue suede shoe. You can do anything, lay off of my blue suede shoe. Well, it's blue suede shoe, baby. Blue suede shoe. Blue suede shoe. Blue suede shoe. You can do anything, lay off of my blue suede shoe. Okay. That's pretty much what we're all going to do in this lesson, because we're trying to understand in this lesson, reviewing the 1-4-5 chord progression down here, but now we've introduced a new concept about how you move up and down the fretboard. You keep the same position here, then you can move it up, but you kind of got to count. And we remember that the A, the 1, A, to get to a B, you got to go a full step. You got to go 2. To get to a C, you got to go up a half step. You just go up 1. To get from a C to a D, you got to go a full step. You got to go up 2. D. Same thing with the E, a full step. E. F is a half step. F. G. It works the same on the other chords. So I know I'm going on a long time here. Just bear with me. Or shut it off. I really don't care. I don't really care. Now we're going to the 5 chord. We're up here on the E. I know it's not a very good E, but it's good enough for our barnyard rock and roll. How about we wanted to do E, F? How do we do move up to an F? We do a half of a step. That's a one fret. It's good enough for me right now. I know it's not a proper F, but I'm just doing that. How will we get to the G? E, F, G. I know it's not a proper G. It suits the needs of the lesson. E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Do you follow me? You move up the neck in this. You're either moving up a full or a half step. We had our D chord down here. That was our 4. If I wanted to move from a D to an E down here, to get from a D to an E, I got to go a full step. That's 2 frets. 1, 2. D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I hope it makes some sense about how you can move chords up and down the fretboard. Of course, I'm not really using all the strings and I'm not exactly fretting them properly, but that's not the point of the lesson. The point is, the notes on the guitar work in a particular way. So let's go back, and I'm just going to say one more thing and then I'm going to quit. The second string down from the top is an A when it's open. Okay? If I wanted to play a B on that string, I have to go a full step up. So I'd have to go 1, 2, A, B. I do a full step up on the second string down from the top. 1, 2. Full step. Full step is 2 frets. A, B, A, B, A, B. How do I get to a C? I go a half step. That's 1 fret. C, A, B, C. How do I get to a D? on that second string down from the top. A, B, C, D. I'm going a full step now. A D is a full step up from a C. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That didn't sound very good. A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's not right. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There we go. I hope it makes sense. B is a full step up. 2 steps up from an A. A, B, C. 2 steps. Full step. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I feel like my tongue is getting a little bit tied here. Check out this fret right here that has 2 dots on it. Why are there 2 dots on that fret? Well, check it out. I'm in an open A here on the second string down from the top. This fret here with the 2 dots, that's a full octave up from here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So everything here is a full step up, a full octave higher than when everything was open. So it's A, 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 A. I hope it makes sense. Every string is tuned to an open note. This one, the second string down from the top, is an A. This double dotted fret right here indicates that it's a full octave higher on each string than when you're in open. A, 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 A. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D, E. So really you could do that song just on that one string. So 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now, go cat go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. You can do anything, lay off of my blue suede shoe. Well, it's a blue, blue, blue suede shoe. Blue, blue, blue suede shoe. Blue, blue, blue suede shoes. Blue, blue, blue suede shoes. You can do anything, lay off of my blue suede shoe. That's about all I got to say. I hope it's of interest to somebody out there. And I hope mostly to Emerson. If nothing else, I hope he finds it amusing. We've learned in this lesson again about the 1-4-5 chord progression and how things work a little bit up and down the neck of the guitar. In a future lesson, we'll be talking about how you play over the chords in terms of scales on the guitar and how you find your scale in terms of finding the key of it on the neck of the guitar. This is stuff that took me years to figure out. I'm just trying to kind of condense it into some simple lessons. I hope it's beneficial in some way. Okay, we'll see you next time on English for Emerson. Bye-bye.